I do want to say that I love talking about art.
With over 30 years as a working artist here on the Surf Coast, Cinnamon, alongside her husband Rowan, has been a powerful force in connecting artists with the community. Now through Cinnamon's Art Consultancy, she offers an exclusive way to explore local art like never before. In this video, discover how she uncovers hidden pieces, helps art lovers find works that truly resonate, and gives artists a platform to bring their talents into people's homes while also helping breathe new life in the art you already own.
Late in 2023, I started thinking how I could make a business out of all my passions and bring them all together. And it took a little while to work it out, but this art consultancy, I've been able to help artists with one-on-one consultations and by putting together portfolios of their work. I've been able to help art lovers by going into their homes and talking to them about art. And the opportunities that keep arising are different. Every day is different. My creative background goes back around 30 years. So I started after uni, I had a studio in Geelong West and have been creating metalwork, sculpture for indoors and outdoors and to wear for many years. During that time that I really noticed a need for promotion of art. There just wasn't anything, this is before social media. There was no way to get news about upcoming exhibitions or local gigs or anything happening. So I started in the mid-90s, the Moon Times. A hand-drawn document that I created every month that had all the cultural happenings around the region. And it was through the Moon Times, that I met so many artists and creative people, the movers and shakers of the region, people that were making things happen. And every month I'd ring them up or they'd ring me and we'd compile what was happening. And I still have friends from the Moon Times days to this day. I did it for 11 years, every month, and I just learnt what was going on around the region. Some of the venues are still happening, not many. A lot have gone by the wayside, but that really cemented me into the fabric of this region's art scene. And then once I moved to the Surf Coast, I got even more involved with the arts officer at the time, Julie Dyer. I became part of the Surf Coast Arts Trail. I helped start the Anglesea art space and have become the person to go to when there's people wanting to know about art in the region. They tend to ring me up. I have also worked in many art spaces selling art, so I've built up a rapport with art lovers as well. So I understand both sides of the fence, and I think that really helps in this consultancy business because I seem to be able to put people at ease. That seems to be the biggest feedback I've been getting, is they feel comfortable, they trust me because they know I've had years of experience. They know that I know a lot about the local art scene. There's always things to learn though, not saying I know everything, but I've got a pretty good grasp on many different artists providing many different styles of art as a really good starting point. There's a real need to help people through the art buying process. Occasionally people walk into a gallery, see exactly what they want and they know exactly where it's going to go. That's fantastic. But I decided to be there to help the people that they know they want art, and often they come to me because they want to support local art, which is brilliant, but they don't know how to start. They don't know what they're looking for, they don't know where to put it in their house, they don't know the process. So I decided to step in and fill that void. So one of the services I provide is the Art to You service. That's when an art lover contacts me. They've got a space in mind, or perhaps they're looking for a certain style of artwork, or maybe not. Maybe they just want something on their walls or in their garden and they want to support local art. So they contact me, we have a brief chat on the phone to see if I'm the right fit for them, and then I will put together a portfolio of my recommendations based on the chat we've just had. I'll send that to them via email. They can sit in their own time, make a decision the artworks they'd like to see closer, because art needs to be seen up close and personal. I will then collect the art and take it to them, to their home or to their business space, and talk and relate one-to-one. That way I can see if I've chosen the right artwork and if they're happy with the process. From there, we can either, they can purchase the artwork right then, or we can move further along the process and get something custom made. I also am available just to help people hang their existing collection. I've had a few clients who have moved into the area. They've perhaps downsized, or sometimes families are moving in together and they're combining a whole heap of different art styles. And I had this one woman, she was just completely at her wit's end, rang me up, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I said, I'd love to do it. And she couldn't believe that I actually enjoy the process, but I really do. I am passionate about hanging art so that people can enjoy their art collection. There's nothing worse than going into someone's house and, oh yeah, we've got this, this and this, but it's still in the garage because we haven't been able to hang it. So art should be up on the walls or displayed so people can experience them and enjoy them. And if I can help someone through that process, more than happy to do it. I love talking about art. It is my passion to help pair art lovers with the perfect artwork. So if you're interested in supporting local artists, please reach out and we'll have a chat.
So knowing what Cinnamon has on offer and knowing, I've got a history with Cinnamon over the last probably 5 or 6 years, that she offers so much more. And so if there's people looking to buy artwork or to get a curator or to come into, I call it Cinnamon's stable, but her stable of work, Cinnamon just offers such a breadth, and she's got so much experience because she's an artist herself. You studied at uni, didn't you? But she can also point you in the right direction. It's not just about selling artwork, it's about showcasing people's artwork or offering the curating services. Or even for me, she's a mentor. So, which is lovely, which is, that's all available, and Cinnamon's always very approachable, so, which is lovely.
Cinnamon said, would you like some help hanging your paintings? Because I had quite a big collection, not all of it's hung here. And I said yes. So one day she just came down and we laid the paintings out, she moved them around, so on and so forth, and then she started to hang them. I think at some stage she told me, would I go and get a cup of coffee or something and get out of her way. And she, as you'll see, she did a fabulous job. And most of those, and I've been here now 13 years, and most of those paintings are still hanging, where she originally hung them. We've changed a few in our time, but not a lot. So that's the story. And then subsequently to that, I actually commissioned her to do a sculpture for me, and which you'll see also, which is hanging on the back in the backyard, and I love it. And there's a big group of us in a surfing group called Torquay Pointers, and we have a little, sticker or whatever. And so I gave her that and said that I want a sculpture of that picture, and she did it. She interpreted it.
So the beauty of what we do is showing more of what our artists can do, because not all artists only work in one medium, like yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I work in 3 or 4, so weaving, painting, shoemaking, and what was the other one I do? Photography. But the other thing is too, we only have a limited display space in this town or in the local area, along the coast. Yeah. And so often it'll be 2 or 3 years between exhibitions. So unless you're doing a big exhibition where you bring in multi people, No, like 23, which 23 is a good number. But there's some artists here who don't get exhibitions every year. So if they're not in a catalogue or having their work shown, then people will forget about them.
Yeah.
And there's some really talented artists in this area.
There are, and there's a lot of artists who are brilliant, but they're so humble that they don't hoot and holler and have their work on social media, and because they're too busy just in their studio creating.
Well, I do recommend Cinnamon, and just because of what she's done for me. And when I heard that she was starting to do this as a business, I thought, well, that's a natural. You know, she's good at it. I was rapt. And when she sort of wanted to extend what she does, and I think she's a fantastic artist anyhow. And yeah, go for it. Use her.